Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Failing YouTuber Marvin. I have for you guys today another YouTube gameplay. It's a 65-3 kill confirm match on the map Turbine. I believe I was using the Scar. I think I ended up picking up somebody else's Scar. I was just using all kinds of weapons. This is also on my old account. This is a double swarm gameplay where I almost got the triple swarm, but I got outgunned at close range. And I want to talk to you guys today about Black Ops 3 Zombies. So I just found this. I was looking on YouTube, and you know, just on the homepage it had under recommended Black Ops 3 leaked gameplay, and I was just like, you know what, 14 minutes of Zombies gameplay. I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna try to get you guys some information. So that's what I did, and I got to see some gameplay. The starter pistol is now called the Bloodhound. It's kind of a revolver style pistol, but it holds 8 bullets. I saw it had 64 rounds in reserve, and by the way, guys, it was kind of hard to tell exactly what was going on because it was in 360p. I believe the guy recorded it from his PS4, just the default capture card that's built into the PS4. The gunball machine that we've been seeing in the trailers, it turns out the gunballs cost 500 points, which is actually ridiculously cheap, and I think it's kind of random. It's a little bit like the Wonder Fizz machine from Origins. The one he got was called Always Done Swiftly. It said active for 3 full rounds, aim quicker, and move faster while aiming. So it's essentially quick draw and stock for his gun, which doesn't seem like it would be worth spending 500 points on the early rounds, but it would actually be really nice for training in the later rounds. Faster movement's always a good thing. Obviously, there's always gonna be the same drops like Carpenter, Max Ammo, Nuke, Insta-Kill. I saw all that during this gameplay. The starter pistol looks like it performs pretty similarly to the M1911, pretty much just a reskin of it. I'm pretty sure it holds the same amount of ammo. It looks pretty cool though in a revolver form. So the guy actually took 2 hits without Jug and still survived, which I thought was pretty cool. I think this is a feature they should have had for a good while now. And when he hit the box for the first time, which actually cost 950 points, just normal, it's no 1000 point BS from Advanced Warfare, he got an SMG called the Pharaoh, F-H-A-R-O, it's like Pharaoh without the 8, and it had 40 rounds in the magazine and 160 in reserve, and it was a 4-round burst. This reminded me of the Chickham CQB from Black Ops 2, it seemed pretty accurate too, but not all that high damage. He hit the box again after that, and he got the 205 Bracky, I believe it was called. It was a shotgun. It was a semi-automatic shotgun that had 12 bullets in the magazine and 108 rounds in reserve. It actually seemed like a very strong weapon. Unlike round 4 or 5, it was just like one-shotting him at long range, which if you guys don't remember the Remington from Black Ops 2 Zombies, that thing was trash. It would be like a 3-shot kill by round 6 non-pack-a-punch. He walked up to this pedestal-looking thing, a little table, and it said hold square, which is like X for 360 or just Xbox in general, to become the beast. So he held square, and it pretty much put him into the tentacle mode that we saw in the trailer, which is basically, I guess, the form of Afterlife in this map. And it was on a timer, a little bit like Afterlife. It had a meter that was draining, and then he had to go back to the table to become normal. So he also found an object on the ground, which I believe was a part. It said he picked up the Promoter's Championship belt. When he became the beast, he actually went on a zipline thing. He went down a little bit later on, and he got the upgraded starter pistols, which were dual-wield pistols, called the Meat Wagon. And it was basically the starter pistol, but dual-wield, a lot like the Mustang and Salad. I believe they still had 8 rounds in each of them, and it had 16 rounds in reserve. So on round, it was either 5 or 6, I don't remember, he ended up getting down by these oversized bee or butterfly looking things. I guess they were kind of like bees. They were like really large bees. They were kind of yellow, and they would shoot this yellow goo at him essentially, which started blurring his screen, and then every time they shot one at him and hit him, because he didn't dodge it, he would get hit by it. And so he got hit by 3 of these, and he went down, and he started using the dual-wield explosive pistols to start shooting at them, and he killed them pretty quickly. But it looked like if you didn't have Jug by round 5, it could be potentially really easy to get down. That or you just had to kill them quickly. But the last creature he killed ended up dropping him a max ammo, so it looks like that could potentially be nice. Kind of like a dog round almost. So the quick revive costs $500 and 500 points in solo, which just is to be expected. That's what it's always like in Treyarch games. And he picked up the summoning key, which is also what I think is another part. It pulled up the same screen as popped up when he got the belt, and he just kind of showed that he got it. And it was shaped a little bit like a ball. So then the character said for every key there's a lock. So I'm not entirely sure what that means, if each thing is actually used for something and you have to it's for opening some kind of secret door that you can't buy or what. But that was pretty cool. So he hit the gumball machine again, and he actually couldn't get the gumball because there's too many zombies, and just like the Perca-Cola machine, the Wonder Fizz on Origins, he couldn't end up getting it, so it was a waste of his points. So he bought the gumball next round. He actually had to wait till the next round because you can only buy 1 gumball per round, which makes sense. It's pretty cheap. I'm not sure how this will work in multiplayer because, you know, you could just sit here and troll all day. If somebody else wants to buy a gumball at the very beginning of the round, you just buy one. I'm not sure how that'll work. But he got one, and it was called Arms Grace. I guess it's like a play on words with Arms Race. So it said auto-activates when respawn. You respawn with all your guns. So I guess this is sort of like the Tombstone effect, except for I don't quite get it. Don't you normally respawn with all your guns? I don't know if you can separately buy Mule Kick and then save your 3rd gun. I'm not entirely sure how it works. You'd think you would save your perks, but maybe they'll adjust that. So Juggernaut, as to be expected, is 2,500 points, and he was looking on the ground and he saw this pod, and it looked something like you'd find in Ghost Extinction. And it said hold square to harvest pod, and this was right on the beginning of round 8, okay? And it said hold X for Bloodhound, or hold square, sorry, for Bloodhound. So I don't know if this means kind of like the dogs that normally chase you, the Hellhounds. It's not, it said Bloodhound, not Hellhound, so I believe there's a difference. So he just turned and ran. I don't know if he actually held the button, and I'm not sure if he activated or it just came on round 8, but there was this big creature that looked kind of like the Panzer. It didn't look like the Panzer Soldat, but I think that's what they're making it to be like. This big creature, I think, had 3 heads, the same one we found in the trailer. It was just chasing him, just like the Panzer Soldat would. He just kept running away, and he ended up getting down because he was also getting chased by zombies. And don't quote me on this, guys, but I think he went down in 4 hits with Jug. He actually did by Jug, and I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, because there were some zombies behind him. 1 or 2 of them even might have hit him, but from what I've seen, it looks like 4 hits with Jug. That's not good. So he ended up getting up, and he just kept running away, and the creature hit him 2 times when he didn't have Jug, and he still survived, so at least you're kind of strong when you don't have Jug. And the map layout overall, because he had to keep running away, it looked like a big circle, a little bit like Kino der Toten. If you guys have ever played that map, it's free if you have Black Ops 1, it's just the one that comes with the game. So if you guys want to play that map to get some feel for it, it was definitely a circular type map. Like, you could keep running in full map long circles if you want to. From the layout of the map, though, it didn't look like there were any particularly good training spots, unfortunately, so that might change. I only saw about 14 minutes of gameplay. He ended up dying on round 8, and after the game ended, it was kind of a woods scene at night. And one thing I forgot to mention, though, his character kept yelling, "We should direct the fire towards its head. One of the brains has to..." The character would keep yelling as he ran, "We should direct the fire towards its head. The brain has to be in one of their heads," or one of its heads, or something like that. So it did have, I think, 3 heads. You guys can look back at the trailer if you want to see, and just correct me if I'm wrong. But I definitely think there's going to be some kind of weak spot, although I think it's also kind of like the Panzer Soldat, going to be pretty hard to kill. So this is all I saw, guys. If you guys want me to maybe watch a few more of these videos and give you some breakdowns on it, this was just 14 minutes of leaked gameplay. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for putting this video up. And one more thing, when he went back to the main menu, it said local, obviously, at the top, then start game, change map, gobble gum, and weapon kits. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. You might be able to, like, create your own weapons or something. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. This has been Failing YouTuber Marvin. Follow me on Twitter down in the description if you guys want to, if you have a Twitter account. Like the video if you guys enjoyed and you want to see some more info on Black Ops 3. Subscribe for more, guys. Peace out.